Satoshi Kon is a filmmaker that's very near to my heart. He directed 2 out of my top 5 favorite movies of all time, being Perfect Blue and Millennium Actress. I have nothing but love for the beautifully absurd style that he operates under. So believe me whenever I say, Paprika is a mess. Paprika is a high-concept movie first and foremost, which sounds appealing, and the concept is incredibly strong. A terrorist steals a device allowing the wearer to enter other people's dreams. A ragtag team must enter the warped and messy minds of patients to prevent irreparable damage from being done. There's a lot of great spectacle associated with the concept, and I think that's one of the movie's main strengths. Kon is a very visual director, and he doesn't hold back on creating many dazzling moments. I particularly like the recurring parade that takes place throughout the film, and the shifting hallway scenes. My favorite moment has to go when Paprika is cut open, revealing Chiba inside. It's the perfect blend of creative and unsettling, but that's all the film really has to offer, a few great moments in the chaos. While these moments of genius are charming and interesting, it's never a good idea to hedge your bets on dizzying set pieces alone. One of the movie's worst attributes is its quick pace and 90-minute runtime, which completely bottleneck what the movie has to offer. There's rarely any time to breathe once the plot gets going, and things occur so rapidly in the movie that eventually watching it becomes tiring. Whereas other Kon works, particularly Millennium Actress, benefit from the quick pace and short runtime, Paprika definitely doesn't. It doesn't have enough time to fully flesh out its ideas, concepts, plot, or even characters. And we barely had enough time to be introduced to the central plot device of the DC Mini before we get thrust into the main conflict. The DC Mini is established as not being able to function on awake people, and then it seemingly for no reason works on awake people later in the film. Character work also took an axe due to the pacing problems, and I legitimately don't know how I'm supposed to feel about any of these characters, since most of the interactions between them were either exposition or entirely uninteresting. The only character relationship that I feel was meaningfully touched on was between Paprika and Toshimi. I feel like in another timeline the movie was led by just the pair and was better for it. The worst offense, however, character-wise, is the relationship between Chiba and Paprika. The pair is implied to share a body or physical form in some way, with Paprika taking control in the dream world and Chiba living in reality. There's a lot of writing on both narratively and thematically on the relationship between the two, but it consistently falls flat. The only real interaction between Chiba and Paprika is just Chiba seeming upset. In Perfect Blue, we see Mima and virtual Mima interact in interesting ways and move the plot forward. Hell, even Moon Knight handles this better than Paprika by giving the two interesting banter and conflicting ways of handling conflict. Paprika and Chiba are characterized in different ways, with Paprika being energetic and fun and Chiba being serious and no-nonsense, but they don't play off of each other well. Another problem that Paprika has that has very little to say. While I wouldn't exactly call Paprika meaningless, it doesn't convey its themes meaningfully. On paper, the movie is about how humans and their dreams are connected, and the power that the dreams have on people's psyche. But the relationship between the humans and their dreams aren't explored well as I'd like, with most of the movie taking place in a delusional patient's dream. Toshimi is the only character where their dreams and the reality are connected in interesting ways. Ideally, we could have seen more characterization when characters enter dream states, and we could have seen how each character's dreams blended together. Another major flaw with this movie is the villain. Because the villain doesn't contribute to the theme's ideas, it's never made 100% clear what his motivation really is other than power. The villain is also insultingly underdeveloped and not really intimidating at all. In conclusion, outside of trippy sequences and interesting editing and directorial choices, this movie left a bad impression on me. Its ambition was not matched by its execution, which is a shame, because the movie had all the ingredients of a great film, but the ingredients weren't put together in a cohesive way. I'm feeling a strong 4 to a light 5 on this movie. Have you seen Paprika? Do you agree with me on this film? Let me know in the comments below.